Hello, welcome to the Child Care Systems Transformation Provider Hub training for certified providers. In this edited version of the re-recording, we will be covering a homepage overview, how to submit new certification applications, and how to change certification information. Next, we will be walking through the Provider Hub homepage. The home page in the Provider Hub will show any existing licenses or certifications, visits, this includes upcoming or completed visits, pending applications, pending change requests, and license and certification holders. Now we'll walk through the menu options on the Provider Hub homepage. Apply for a certification is where you can apply for a new certification. My Programs is a view of the programs you have access to in the Provider Hub system. Search is available to search for a certification, application, or certification holder in the Provider Hub system. Finally, Help and Resources includes frequently asked questions, training videos, as well as support contact information. On the home page, user settings can be found under your logged in username. Click on your username to open the user menu. In your user settings, under the profile settings are where you can change your current language preference. Click on the drop-down under Update Language Preference to change language. Once you've selected your desired language, you can click Update to save your preference. As I've mentioned before, the available languages are English, Spanish, Hmong, and Somali, and the selected language will change the system screen into the desired language. Next, we'll walk through how to submit new certification applications. Now we'll walk through the application process on the Provider Hub, using an example of Sabrina Serrato applying for a new application. So meet Sabrina, the center operator for Sunny Day Certified Child Care Program. Sabrina is preparing to add a new Sunny Day program site in St. Paul. That means she'll need to apply for a new certification via the Provider Hub. After logging into the Provider Hub, Sabrina can start a new application and enter information about herself as center operator and the number of programs Sunny Day is applying for. Now she'll share the center's operating hours, director information, policies and procedures, facility information, and if they've had a fire inspection. All done! Sabrina can now submit her application. She'll get an email confirmation once she has submitted. A DHS support staff reviews the application for completeness and sees that the floor plan uploaded is a blank document. They request a correction from Sabrina, who gets an email notification. Sabrina goes back to the Provider Hub to add that document and resubmit her application. Internally, Tracy, a certified licensor, reviews Sabrina's application, then requests personnel information. Sabrina gets an email notification with the request. She gathers the necessary information and then uploads the personnel details with background study information to the Provider Hub. Tracy reviews the application and she doesn't identify any issues. Now that Sabrina's application is compliant, she receives an email notification that her certification request is approved. Next, we'll see a demonstration of how to submit a new certification application. On the Provider Hub home page, navigate to the menu and click on Apply for Certification. Here, the application will guide you through the required steps that you are to submit to complete your certification application. So here on the screen, we're selecting the Head Start program for Sunny Day Certified Centers. Each step you can click Next on the right. You can see how each page will progress as outlined in the steps on the right. So here you'll see you can select a new license or certification holder or search for an existing one. In our case, we'll be searching for Sunny Day Certified Centers. So we'll flip over to a partially completed application. So here we've completed the first phase, and if you've applied for multiple programs, you would see that on the screen here as well. And you can see the different statuses that are always going to be visible for you to get an immediate view of the status of your application. So to continue to fill out your program level information, you'll click Continue Application. On your continued application, you can see there's a check to see if you want to update your license or certification holder information. And you can see all the additional information that's requested: operating hours, policies and procedures, your facility information, and finally you can submit. You also have the option to withdraw an application if you do not wish to continue going through with it. And you also can see all of the submitted files that you have uploaded for your policies and procedures down below. That concludes the demonstration for how to apply for a new certification. Next, we'll walk through how to change your certification information in the Provider Hub. We'll refer to these as change requests throughout the training today. There are several types of change requests that can be made in the Provider Hub. You can request an update to your program name, an update to program location, an update to age category served, an update to the days or hours of operation. And we know that hours and days of operation have not previously been captured for certified providers, so we understand this is a new requirement we're capturing. You can also request to change the center operator as well as the certification holder contact person. And all of these change requests can be made directly in the Provider Hub. So next we'll walk through an example, once again with Sabrina requesting a change to Sunny Day.
Sabrina is retiring and she has just hired her replacement for the center operator role. This requires Sabrina to submit a change request in the Provider Hub. Sabrina logs into the Provider Hub and selects the program for which the changes are needed. She selects the Change Center Operator option. Here she submits key information about her replacement. Tracy, a licenser, is automatically notified and reviews the change request and associated documentation. She determines that all the necessary information has been submitted. Tracy approves the change request. Sabrina got an email notification that Tracy approved the change. She now can view the updated information in the Provider Hub. Now we will show a demonstration of how to change certification information in the Provider Hub.
Once again, from the Provider Hub homepage, I'm logged in as Sabrina. To make a change, navigate to the License/Certifications folder on the home. From this menu, you can see the available account names that you can make changes to. We'll click on Sunny Day Certified Centers. So from the Sunny Day Certified Centers account page, you can click on Request Change. From here, you can select the programs that you wish to update. If you have multiple programs that you have access to, they all will be visible here. And you can also select the requested effective date. In our example, Sabrina is retiring and knows the date her replacement is starting, so we've selected a future date. Next, we will click Next and select our changes. So here we're doing a change in center operator, but if you had multiple changes you wanted to make at the same time, those could be selected here as well. Once again, we'll click Next. And you'll see the steps will continue to update to guide you through the information that is requested based on your selected change. So here, as a center operator, Sabrina will be able to attest and submit directly to DHS, but users who have Create and Submit access can also create and submit the change request, and then it goes to a center operator for approval. So that concludes the demonstrations for how to make a change request. Thank you for viewing the edited version of the Provider Hub webinar for certified providers.
Copyright 2023. State of Minnesota, Department of Human Services. Produced by Minnesota Department of Human Services. 444 Lafayette Road, St. Paul, Minnesota 55155. 651-431-2000. Toll free 800-657-3663. Toll free TTY 800-627-3529. Video phone 651-964-1514. Website https://mn.gov/DHS/. The Minnesota Department of Human Services, DHS, prohibits discrimination in its public services because of race, color, creed, religion, political beliefs, national origin, sex, public assistance status, marital status, age, sexual orientation, or disability. Direct discrimination complaints to the DHS Civil Rights Coordinator at dhs.info@state.mn.us or 651-431-2000. Individuals with disabilities may request reasonable modifications to receive DHS services by contacting its Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator at DHS_ADA@state.mn.us or 651-431-3040.